Welcome to the DWI channel, everyone. Today's update takes place at the Galveston County Jail in Texas, where we will watch Matt Reardon's, aka Lafayette County Audit's, initial appearance in front of a magistrate. When I did my story about Reardon this afternoon, it was showing that his bond was denied for the time being, but he was able to secure one tonight. And I must say, he was incredibly lucky during this bond hearing, as you'll soon understand from the video. The audio is a little rough at times, so I'll be cutting in quite often to relay some of the things that were said. First, Good Citizen News gives us a small update on what happened after his arrest. But before we start, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, liking, and commenting below. Let's jump right in.
And then they took him to the UTMB, which is the University of Texas Medical Branch hospital on Galveston. And then they, from what I was told, they tried to do a blood draw on him. He refused. His charge is DWI, yeah.
So at least according to Good Citizen News, Reardon refused all tests while in custody, which I find a little odd given his insistence on taking a breathalyzer on scene. Next up, we get to see our first little e-bag sesh. Because of course.
If anybody would like to donate via Cash App or PayPal, I have a new Cash App, guys.
I have to ask this question. Is it truly a First Amendment auditor arrest anymore if there's no appeal to viewers for bail funds, even when the arrest is for a non-auditing related offense? I think not. Let's jump to the arraignment.
There he is, guys. That's him right there.
Your bond is set at $10,000. Are you a citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you serve as a military?
Yes, ma'am.
What branch?
Marine Corps.
Are you involved in the best program or do you want to be?
I'm not sure.
Well, hang on. Are you out on bond or anything?
No, no.
No?
No.
So Reardon was asked if he's currently out on bond, and as far as I know, he doesn't have any current charges. He is, however, on probation stemming from an aggravated stalking charge last summer.
Your Honor, Mr. Reardon is 36 years old. He is a resident of Mississippi. He's lived between Georgia and Mississippi his whole life. Regarding the Mississippi alleged conviction, the criminal history that I received is not complete. As a matter of fact, I don't even see the Mississippi conviction in there.
And this is where he got really lucky. Whoever was looking up his criminal history somehow missed the fact that in 2017, he was charged and pled guilty to felony stalking of the Oxford, Mississippi mayor and her husband. In the summer of 2022, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations once again arrested Reardon, where he pled guilty to aggravated stalking, which ultimately led to his second banishment from Lafayette County. And in November of 2022, it says the man banished from Lafayette County for stalking the Oxford mayor was sentenced to prison this week for violating that order. That prison sentence was for 1 year, and he was just released a couple of weeks ago. I'm not too sure how these could possibly be overlooked, but I'm sure they will be brought up sometime in the near future.
The Georgia one is, and Mr. Reardon did confirm the Georgia one. He is telling me that the Mississippi case is not, it's actually on appeal, but it's not even listed in the criminal history that we were provided.
So his conviction in 2017 for felony stalking was appealed by Reardon even though he pled guilty. The appellate court eventually affirmed the circuit court's decision, and that was eventually thrown out. I have linked that decision below in the description if you want to check it out for yourself, but be forewarned, it will require Advil. So that was the second time he got really lucky because it's clearly not on appeal any longer, like he said.
So, having said that, his income is only $900 per month, and so we would request a $5,000 bond.
5,000.
Well,
She said 10.
currently right now, Your Honor, I still have a residual income coming in from previous employment. I'm a freelance journalist, and I am looking for additional employment currently.
The judge asked about his employment, and Reardon claims he's somehow receiving residual income from a previous job, yet according to his Facebook pages and YouTube pages, he hasn't seemed to work in years. He also claimed to be a freelance journalist.
Dan, the means to get back to from Mississippi to Galveston to face these charges.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How would you get back here?
Thank you.
Well, I was actually looking at staying down here. I drove in yesterday. I was actually going to look for employment over here. I have friends in this area, and I was actually looking at relocating over here to Texas. That was the whole plan coming over.
Okay, actually, the bond of 10,000 on 3 or more is actually low, okay?
So his public defender that he requested is asking to have his bond reduced to $5,000, and the judge mentions that with his charges, particularly with this being his third DWI offense, that the $10,000 that the state is asking for is actually low.
The thing is, if he has arrest for DWI, you're going to have to get a interlock put on your vehicle. Have you ever had one on your vehicle?
No, you're right.
Okay, well, let me tell you what it is. It's the interlock device that you have to blow in. It has to have a camera on it. You have 30 days upon your release to have it installed on your vehicle.
As part of the conditions of his bond, the judge is mandating the installation of a breathalyzer on his vehicle, with him being responsible for the associated costs.
Okay, well, I can't let you out on the pre-trial bond on the third of a mortgage company do it. So your bond is going to have to stand at 10,000. District Fair, get a bondsman, if you can fist and help you.
So the magistrate eventually sets his bond at $10,000 cash or surety. After his bond is set, I bet you can guess what's coming next. An e-bag. The answer's another e-bag.
We're going to need to talk to some people. If I had $1,000, I guarantee I'd be paying this bond right now. We're going to have to speak to some bondsmen that are some friends of ours and see if we can get that figured out. Yeah, so if y'all would like to donate, if some of my mods could drop the chat in there. We got 97 people in here. If everybody donated $10, we damn near have it.
I feel as if they may have a little trouble finding a bondsman to work with them. Not necessarily the $1,000 cash they need because of fooling their money and all, but for the fact that he's from out of state and was only in Texas on a whim for approximately 4 hours. Check back here for future updates on this case. Thanks to everyone for coming today. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys on the next video.